So I thought I would try making a cinch bound journal. I got the cinch a while back, but I haven't used it very much yet. But this, I thought, well, this will be quick and easy. Don't have to do any stitching. And my idea was to make an art journal, something with inspirational pages and paper to draw and paint on. Actually wrote a little tag here explaining that this is for an art journaler. It has watercolor drawing and mixed media paper, includes waterproof drawing board, lots of interesting pages for alteration or inspiration. So I thought, well, I have this beautiful old vintage bark cloth, and I thought, well, that would make a great cover, and I wanted it to have a solid sides to it, because if it's going to be used for excuse me, drawing and painting in, it should be hard. So I took the fabric and I put it on some cardboard, and then I put some vintage wallpaper on some chipboard, glued them together, went to put it in the cinch machine, and I really had to shove to get it in there. And then when I punched it, the holes were crooked. So I thought, well, I've ruined it. But so I actually just slept on it. The next day, my idea was to have some little strips of cardboard, thinner, with the fabric on it, and give it a good coating of some glue to stabilize the fabric, and punch it, and that worked out great. It punched perfectly, and then I just used Fabri-Tac to attach it to the other board that I messed up, and then I put this lace on here to cover up the holes that I had punched crooked. So it worked out okay. And this is the back, and that's just a band. But you can see here where I punched through the little extension. So anyway, so I'm going to show you what's inside kind of quickly. So there's the wallpaper inside. This is a Cavallini file folder, which I made into a pocket, and inside it has this beautiful print. I have a collection of these. They're really old. These are Diego Rivera, and this is one of his murals, and it depicts how they would turn century plants into paper. So it's kind of a neat. Thought it was a neat subject too. I'll put that back in later. So just some really pretty inspirational pictures. This is from an Arizona magazine. This is the cover of a music book I have. And inside I put a bunch of prints. This little art print here. Some Modigliani's. I think that's how you pronounce it. Renoir. This one I think is Picasso. And I think this one is Klee. And can't remember what that one is. But anyway, so I thought these would give inspiration to the artist that buys this. I actually liked it so well, I thought about keeping it myself, but I'm going to sell it. So this is a page from a book I have showing women's occupations, and these ladies are working in a vineyard. Look at how they had to, excuse me, how they had to dress for work. So here is some drawing paper. These are, this is the back page from a Walter Foster art instruction book, and it shows all the different books that they have, or some of the books that they have. Some Art Deco designs, drawing paper. It's from my Vintage Hollywood Movie Stars book, and I just think they're kind of pretty. And this is a magazine page. And so here I have this cat graffiti poster and my business card. And then this is from a local theater, and I think this was 1965, so Help, the Beatles movie Help. And this is handmade paper. This is from a book about textiles. And this is Aubrey Beardsley print from one of his books. More handmade paper. Marilyn Monroe. I love these pictures. This is from a book I have about Renoir. Some close-ups of his work. Drawing paper. This is a book cover, so I just use the flip around part to make little jackets. And there's some pages from an art instruction book, and then some old book pages, which I love to save, and I think might be fun to draw on. Watercolor paper. More from the Renoir book. This is from another old art book. So you have a color wheel and just some instructions on shading. Another sheet of watercolor paper. Just page from an old book. Here's Tarzan. Drawing paper. Art instruction page. More drawing paper. Georgia O'Keeffe. And paper. Another Georgia O'Keeffe. I love that. Those are petunias. Beautiful. Mixed media paper. Just some neat animal pictures. Mixed media. This is actually 2 sheets of wallpaper stitched together. But it could, this could be used as an art journal, and I mean, these pages could be altered too. So a person could write or draw or collage or whatever on there. Another page from the Arizona Magazine, drawing paper. And then here are just 3 sheets of really nice quality Arches watercolor paper, which can be taken out. They're just clipped on. And then I made this drawing board. So what it is some chipboard on paper on one side, and this is oilcloth. So it could actually be used, like you could clip on the watercolor paper like this for painting, or it could actually go behind one of these other pages, and you could paint, and you'd have a waterproof surface. So if it got wet, you wouldn't have to worry about getting the rest of the book wet. So anyway, I thought that was a neat idea. And it just clips here with this, it is held in place with this band, which holds the whole thing together. And that's the back cover. So anyway, it was supposed to be easy, a cinch to make, and definitely had my problems with it, but worked out okay. Okay, thanks for watching.